Hi guys, DerpyMoose99 here with episode 6 of Banished with megamod 8. I've let it run forward a little bit since the last episode. We've hit 100 citizens, which is a pretty good milestone. Um, we've also added another sawmill in here, at least built another one and turned another one on. We've got the town center built up here in 2 houses. We have started 3 more salt box houses up here. Again, the plan is to build this out and build some farms, probably out in this direction to start with, collect up some resources. I also did some cleanup work too. We can't see it, but I built a roadless well in there. I finished the well that's been on pause forever in here. Those are for happiness and for firefighting. And I also turned on and built this storage barn here, as well as a storage barn. This one's actually a forest barn. Um, Out of each forest node, I build a little barn on the inside. But if they fill up, it's handy to have one on the outskirts or outside of the area, so it doesn't take up any area used for food or lumber. But it's here to take overflow. So each of the forest nodes now has an overflow barn. Once we get some building supplies, we can upgrade these into the storage warehouses, which are much bigger. Um, while I was letting them run ahead to do all that, at our a lot of seeds trader here, the very first boat that showed up with rice. Which is good news. So these 2 fields are now planted with rice with 2 workers each. They're 10 by 15 fields, so 2 workers is minimum, 3 may be better. We don't really need all the food out of it right now. Our food's not bad, so we've just put 2 in each and use the rest of the manpower for building. Um, so as I say, we're up to 100 citizens. We're quite a bit short on houses right now, after all the construction and stuff I did off camera. So we're going to build these 3 salt box houses. The other thing I want to do is because we've got the rice now, I finished off the second bridge over the trading river here, and I thought we could start in on our construction over the lake. So we'll kind of try and timeshare between starting to build our forest area, our farming area out, and building some dockside area here with rice farms and stuff like that. Um, okay, so what I'm going to do is first we'll work on where exactly we're going to put this in here. Um, so I think the general rule here is that because the trading river comes up here and then exits out there, it's okay to build bridges across. The trading boats will go through that, but we can't build docks across here. So what we might do is have something with maybe some fishers, like sort of using up this area but not blocking it. And the bulk of the wharfs will be over on this side, or at least not blocking the access for the trading boats. Most of our economy is going to be based on trading, so we can't block that. So all the dock stuff here is here under the theme sets and then under docks and buildings. This one here is a sort of a stone one that's a good transition between the shore and the dock. So we're going to put that in, and we're going to put a couple of these in. Now, my advice would be not go too crazy on adding these dock sections. There's sort of a tendency for the workers maybe to build the fourth one out and then strand themselves until the other ones are built. And if you don't have a lot of builders, you can find people dying of starvation and stuff, walking around lonely on a dock section they built way out in the lake. Seems a little bit strange, but that's what happens. So if you only have a few builders, which we have 5, which is not bad, but it's not like 50 or something, don't build too many sections all at once. So build 2 or 3, let them build, and then add some more to it. Okay, so we're going to build some dock houses down there. Um, I do believe this said, though, that we needed 9, which is probably closer to 6 or so. I'm going to clear this out so we can actually see that a bit better. So we're going to build 3, maybe let's build 6 up in the farming area here. And really sort of get us some manpower up here to do some farming. Alright, so that's 6 houses in up here and some dock sections down below. Let's go to 6 and 2 on pause and get it rolling. Oh, we have a boat here. Alright, we'll take the homeware. And that will be 3 and 2. And we'll set this up for building supplies, iron, log, and stone. And, oh well, they've got iron ore too. Let's see how much iron ore we've got. And we've got almost 1,000 iron ore, so we don't need that right now. All right, you can go. Okay, one little trick I like to do when this transition piece goes in is you see kind of sticks above the ground here. I don't think it matters, but if you use the flatten power tool, do that, you'll notice it brings everything flush there, and I think that looks a little nicer. I don't know if it actually has any practical value, but I think it looks better. So when I build the roads out, I usually leave it one short so I can do that, then I build the road after. All right, so we got some dock sections going in here. So for right now, I'm just going to build straight out 3. And then what I'm going to do is I like to have storage. So there's dock storage. You know, they're basically just barns, but they go on the docks. And I'm going to put 2 of them right there just to start. When we start building like rice farms and reed farms and stuff, it's a lot of material. And we'll probably supplement the dock storage with maybe some granaries and stuff like that on the shore. But for now, we'll start with a section of wharf and the dock storage. Okay, now this is the other thing that I did. I added the food supplier just at the end of the last episode. I put 1,000 firewood and 500 flowers, which is a derp already. Good boy. What we wanted really was 500 perfume. Now, my food's okay for now. So this is basically just an insurance policy. There's going to be people show up. We can just ignore them and let them go away on their own, or we can dismiss them. There is one thing though I'm going to look for. If we can get some eggs, then under the dock thing here are dock chicken breeders, which I find pretty handy for both eggs for food, but also feathers for survival coats later on. Survival coats are basically reeds and chicken or feathers, which can be built in dock workshops or actually in tailors as well. All right, so there's a house going in. Well, the other thing we should probably do here is adjust our cameras. So um, I think for a camera, this is a pretty good one, number 1. And then up here at our farming area, we'll make that number 2, which is X. So Z takes us there, X takes us there. Now, once we get these houses built, I'm going to clear out an area, and then we'll start building, I think, some barns, stockpiles, orchards, and fields. Okay, another house. Okay, our dock storage is starting to go up there. Oh, the other thing we should do too, while I think of it, is we only have one school so far. So up here, learn how to hit the right one there, Derpy. First we want a roadless well there. And then we're going to put another one of our one-room schoolhouses here. Now, okay, and all of that will give the old priority button too. Now you can see down here on the other one-room schoolhouse that we hit this one here in the end. It doesn't upgrade to the Farmers College capacity 80, which is what we want to do. Take stone, lumber, and 2 building supplies each. Now there is an interim step, but I don't really find that useful. So right now we only have 1 building supply. So at the point where we have 4, I'll show you how I upgrade the schools to try and not lose all the students. Okay, another house. This is good. Seed trader. Oh, rice again. There you go. Oh, we can grab some turnips, I guess. Turnips are always fun. Okay, on your way. 2 more houses. Okay, the families are getting younger here. That means we're getting closer to the right number of houses. We'll let this last house complete, although it probably... Oh, yeah, it says we still need one. Okay, so we'll let this complete. We'll start the people working around the farming area there. And then the next batch of houses we'll try and build out in the dock area. And actually to that point, let's build. Okay, what we're gonna want out here. Yeah, okay, so let's build a dock market and a few houses. Okay, and like I said, we'll build 3 at a time on the dock sections until we get enough room, and we'll build some houses over here, at least to start with, and then we'll do our rice and our reeds and stuff out this way, and maybe some fish here, so as not to block the channel. All right, no eggs. I'll let you go. Another house. This is good. And our food graphs, a bit of a dip there. What's our production like? Well, yeah, that's still pretty good. Okay, our stone roads and our stone buildings aren't building because we're down to 0 stone right now. So I think what we will do is just around here, let's designate some stone for collection. Okay, now we just got some stone there. Okay, there's another building supply. That will be 2 of you, 4 of you, and 1 of you. Now that should have got us some decent amount of stone too. 66, okay. So, like I was talking in one of the earlier episodes, you can build quarries and stuff, but they're fairly slow and they're manpower intensive. So trading firewood for stone stone and logs seems to be pretty effective. Okay, there's our well up there. And our schoolhouse. Okay, let's get a teacher in there. All right, now let's just cancel some of this for a minute here. So what I want to do is I want to go up 9. Oops, cancel a bit more. I want to go up 9. Okay, and then I want to do that again. Well, actually what we'll do is we'll go 3x8 stockpile and a regular storage barn, not touching the road in between. And then down here we'll do the same thing. Three by 8 stockpile and a barn. And we'll go back to, actually let's remove some logs too so we can get everything. Okay, that's quite a bit. We'll let that run for a while. How's our dock doing? Okay, 1 storage is done. Time to add a few more dock sections here. Okay, we've got a trader. Food area, no eggs. Thank you. Okay, we see this. It's now got perfume instead of flowers. Okay, dock market. We're going to turn that off temporarily. And what we'll do is we will build I'm going to build 2 houses to start with here. All right, and that'll give us a couple for the dock market and a couple for builders as we put in some farms and stuff like that. All right. All right, another seed trader. I think almonds sound like fun. I'm just sort of getting a collection of various stuff here, orchards and farms, just so we're ready to go. So if you look now, we have oranges, peaches, turnips, rice, almonds, hazelnut, bean, and cabbage. Okay. Okay, we need 2 more houses. We've got 2 on the way here. Let's up the builders. Okay, and I think once we get going on the dock here, I'm going to build another school over here. Um, that will be for the dock folks and for this forest node as well. Okay, there's a little space in here. I wonder if we can pre-build a couple of chicken coops. Sure. Okay, so if you look at these here, the dock chicken breeders, um, they need logs and eggs, so they won't get built until we actually get eggs. But if we have them ready to go, then as soon as we get eggs, these will get built before everybody eats all the eggs, if that makes any sense. Okay, 1 dock home. Second dock home, okay. Now we're going to turn the market on with 2 workers. A bit overkill to start with, but that's okay. Okay, so on this side of the dock, we're not going to build anything other than maybe, some fishing or something like that. So we'll keep all the construction, on the left side of this. So I think what we're going to do is I just want to lay a few things out here so we have a good idea of what's going on. So we'll probably need more chickens, but we can put those, say, over here. So on this side, I'm going to go start building a place for dock workshops. Now, dock workshops can do fire bundles and survivor coats and stuff like that out of dock materials. The next thing over from that, we'll start some rice. Okay, and then next thing over from that, we will start some reeds. I always find it's tricky to lay these out when you can't sort of see it properly. All right, that's definitely enough for now. There is one trick to seeing it. If you take the highlight tool You can kind of see it like that. Um, but it takes a little bit of getting used to do the docks properly. And there's what I was talking about earlier. Somebody got trapped out there. So we can try and prioritize that section there. Now, you don't want to be doing that when you've, say, only got enough people for one builder, because nobody will come to rescue that person. So hopefully they don't die. Oh, there they go. All right, I have so many of the traders here. Stone and log. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look up at our farming area. Starting to get some stuff cleared out. I think I want to clear down here as well too. We've got our storage barns there. Okay, how's that looking? Not bad. When you get any kind of population at all, you want to up the number of vendors. This is enough food and clothes and tools and stuff to keep them going, but you can get in a situation where you have lots of food somewhere, but it's not close enough to the houses. Usually that's because you don't have enough vendors, and I would say I'm probably running with the bare minimum right now. All right. Okay, there's a workshop. We're just going to stop this for now. The next thing I kind of want to do here is survival coats for trading, but we need a reliable source of feathers for that. No eggs there. We'll already have some feathers in stock just from the hunting cabins. They get ducks and you get feathers from that, but it won't last very long if we start making coats out of it. All right, let's get some corn. Thank you. I guess the other place we could look for eggs too is we actually have enough iron to start this up. And did we switch this to iron tools? No. Bad boy. And the rice planter here is a dock worker. So you have to be a little bit careful with the rice farms. They can produce a lot. If you overbuild those, you'll fill up every one of your barns and storage with rice. Now rice is good. We can turn it into rice flour and bread and stuff like that. But you have to be prepared with the infrastructure to do that. Okay. So one thing we can do here while we get this set up is here, 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 and here is a grain silo, which happily takes rice. So we're going to build some more houses here, but the rice farms will have a straight shot down here to put rice in the silo. These could fill up or hopefully be reserved or be used for other things. Now, in an earlier episode, I talked about having charcoal on, which I've actually turned off for a little bit. Um, yeah, we have a fair amount of charcoal right now. What we can also do as an alternative fuel source is the reeds can be used by these for fire bundles. So let's put a few folks in there doing that. So that's again, if we have a flurry of trading and get rid of all of our firewood, we'll have charcoal and now fire bundles to fall back on to heat the houses. Okay. what's going on there? This says 6 out of 5, so we got, that should be 2. Okay, trader. Iron and another building supply. We have a fair amount of iron, so, and I believe we purchase 100. So let's get the building supply. Now we got question marks here because this guy finished. Yeah, we're just gonna go for 1 there now. And yeah, we'll throw 1,000 firewood. And not flowers this time, we'll throw in perfume. Firewood and perfume, 1 worker. I won't set up any auto purchasing right now. Okay. I guess how many building supplies do we have? 2 plus the 1 we just bought. Now, one thing with building schools is the farther somebody has to walk to school, the longer they're going to be in school, or measured in years. So it's handy to have schools fairly close to centers of population, just so you get people through school faster into the workforce. Sound like I'm a cruel guy, but that's the way it works. So what we can do here is set up another 1-room schoolhouse. I think I'm actually going to put it here by the road. But we're going to build out houses over here. They can come over. It'll be fairly close. And people from here can come up, so that'll work out. Okay, how are we doing on housing? 3 short by the letter here, okay? So how many workers do we have down here? We have 2 here, 2 here, 6, 8. So 4 houses would be good. 5 would be better, especially once the school is built. Okay, everybody's going up here anyway, so we might as well put a connector. Okay, there's our grain silo in. Strictly speaking, we didn't need that to start with because we have the storage over here. But I think it's good to plan ahead. Okay, let's look at our farming area, see how we're doing up here. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. All right, so there's a lot of, I shouldn't say debate, there was a lot of research done by people on some of the forums about the ideal size for a farm, which is 11 by 11 that can be effectively worked by 1 person. But I don't know, just for the look of it or whatever, I like to go 15 by 15 and put 3 people in it. Strictly speaking, I think 15 by 15 could use 2 people. But the 3rd person is a little bit of insurance for harvest time. If you get tight on manpower, you can lower that. But I don't know, it's just something I like to do. I wouldn't say there's, or I acknowledge that it's probably not the ideal, but it's, like I say, something that makes me happy and I like doing it that way. So we're going to put a set of 15 by 15s in. Starting with orchards. I'm using the dense one just because I like the lots of trees. So let's get the removal going on, the clearing for that. Now the orchards take a couple of years to get going, so you usually want to plant those first, unless you're in dire straits for food. Give them a chance to get up and running. Okay, We're going to build some barns and some roads and stuff like that, but let's just leave it at that for now. Okay, another trader coming in. I don't think we have cherries. Let's have a look. Oh, thank you. Okay, no eggs. Actually, I'm assuming we're doing okay for food. I should probably check. Graph, production. Aha, we're behind on production by quite a bit here. So I think what we need to do is add a few more rice farms. Okay, and our schoolhouse is done. Let's throw a teacher in there. Okay, working on another dock home. Yeah, I'm gonna do an extra one, just because we added those extra rice farms and stuff. So let's get another house going in there. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna leave it there for episode 6. Felt like we've got a lot of good stuff done. We got our lake area going. We got our farming area started, some fields laid down, areas cleared up, some schools built. So next time we'll continue on, and I appreciate any likes and subscribes would be much appreciated. It's been Derpy Moose 99 here. Thank you very much.